John Calvin Select Letters, Episode 35. Tanti judicium tuum facio, sicuti par est, ut mihi sit molestissimum quicquam me suscipere, quod tibi minus probetur. As Calvin continues his correspondence with Melanchthon, he gives us a nice result clause here, the ut through probetur, which includes a subordinate clause. So he begins and says, "Of such great value, tanti, do I consider or make your judgment, judicium tuum, as is proper," here's a parenthetical, sicuti par est, "that as a result it is very troublesome to me, mihi sit molestissimum, that I undertake, me suscipere, anything, quicquam, which you do not strongly approve." So that's a provisional translation. Now let's look at some of the grammar. The main verb of this sentence is facio. It's taking judicium and tuum as object. So facio is a first singular, present indicative active from the io verb facio facere, third conjugation. Its object is judicium in the neuter, singular, and accusative. That's a second declension noun, modified by the adjective tuum. The sentence begins with tanti, which is a neuter, singular genitive, and it is being used here as a genitive of value. I consider or I make your judgment of such great value, tanti. Then we have this parenthetical, sicuti par est, as is proper, as is right. And then we get the result clause, ut through probetur, as I have said. So this is a result clause. In other words, a nuntiatum, that's how you say clause, one of the ways to say clause in Latin, a nuntiatum consecutivum. That is a result clause. That as a result, and this will take the subjunctive, sit. So how do we know that it is a result clause? Well, the context and this adjective of degree, tanti, is telling us that this is a result clause. I say adjective, but of course tanti is being used here as a substantive. That is an adjective that has been turned into a noun. So again, I value your judgment so highly, as is right, that as a result, to me, sit molestissimum, it is very troublesome. Molestissimum is a superlative adjective from molestis aum, and the subject of sit is me suscipere, that I undertake. Me, accusative, masculine singular accusative referring to Calvin, and the subject of suscipere, quicquam, neuter singular accusative, and the object of suscipere. That undertaking, or that I undertake anything, this is, sit, very troublesome, molestissimus mihi. It's very troublesome to me. So then we have finally just this quod clause, and the quod through probetur is modifying quicquam. So what is the anything? It's anything which to you is less acceptable, less approved. So tibi, masculine singular, and dative, it's referring to Melanchthon, and I'm taking it here as an indirect object with probetur. You could perhaps take it as a dative of reference. Probetur is a third singular, present, subjunctive, passive. It's from the first conjugation verb probo, probare, which means to approve, to test, and to find acceptable. So that I undertake anything which you find less acceptable or not completely acceptable. Minus here is an adverb. This, I think, is molestissimum mihi, very bothersome to me.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that free lesson. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/LatinPerDiem. And if you really loved it, you can leave a tip right here as a super fan. Thank you so much.